Shortly after the UNSC Pillar of Autumn made a blind space jump, the crew discover a large mysterious ring world inside the orbit of a large gas giant. With the Covenant right on their tail, Captain Keyes decides to evacuate the ship. He initiates the order to thaw the Master Chief out of cryostasis. As the last surviving Spartan 2, the Master Chief is the only chance the AI construct known as Cortana has to make it off the ship alive. Keyes explains that Cortana must make it off the ship because if the Covenant capture her, they can do stuff. The Master Chief and Cortana travel through time to the Covenant planet of Halo shortly after the alien race discovers Earth and become Earth's sworn enemy. Keyes informs Cortana that the Master Chief will have to accept Cortana's input if he hopes to have any chance of escaping the Covenant with Cortana, the Master Chief in his armored Spartan mode, and himself, covered in his usual red-powered armor. When Keyes leaves the bridge to go to the hangar bay, Cortana reviews all her information about the human race just before the Arbiter and the Hierarch arrive at the bridge. The Arbiter, an ancient Forerunner warrior, attempts to assassinate Cortana by shooting her in the chest with a sniper rifle, just as Keyes returns to the bridge and manages to pull the trigger of the gun, but he fails, instead blowing up the gun with his power-draining armored fist. Keyes tells the Master Chief to reach for his trigger and pull it. He obeys, only to receive a deadly kick in the chest by Cortana. The Master Chief falls unconscious and Cortana teleports off the bridge. In the hangar bay, Cortana tells the Master Chief to open a transport portal and move the Master Chief to a hidden drop-down ladder, which Cortana later returns to the bridge to activate. The Master Chief and Cortana manage to escape the ship with UNSC Patriot class and UNSC Valkyrie while the Covenant ship is destroyed by fire and crash land on a more habitable planet. Before the Master Chief and Cortana can ask each other their names, the Master Chief unzips his armored helmet to reveal his identity. Cortana is stunned, then she forgets to introduce herself and falls unconscious. The Master Chief is startled by Cortana's instant ramification, and the Master Chief immediately is unable to locate Cortana. When the Master Chief awakens, the primary story objective is completed and the ring has been lost. The end.